Yeah, sorry for that break in transmission. Like I said, the title of that is going to be Black Night in Bamenda. Why do I call it Black Night in Bamenda? Because that's what it is. It was a black night for me and so many other people that were there with me all through that period. You know that everything one does in life, it's either you're getting it right or you're getting it wrong. And if you're getting it right, you will know by yourself after a while. And if you're getting it wrong, you will still know. It was a long night that I do not ever wish it happens again. I never wish, never pray for such to ever happen again. Such black night in Cameroon that beats my heart, makes me sad each time I think about it. But I thank God, and really not forgetting everyone that came to my aid. Especially one of the superstars there that I had to contact, a friend of mine in the US, who is like a brother to me, Barry. He's a Cameroonian, He spoke to me concerning Bamenda, try to find out from him whom I can reach to really find out about the people who are bringing me to Bamenda. So he told me there's a superstar there who is Alene Menget. So I reached out to Alene. Alene was not the one that brought me to Bamenda. He was not the one that brought me to Bamenda. I only just stopped by his place to eat before moving to Bamenda. And I sincerely do appreciate his efforts in making sure that I get justice, and I got out. Over and over, he kept calling and calling the chief of police, the chief commissioner is calling, talking to him on my behalf. If it was money, he was ready to bring money to settle anything. Because I know I see some posts, I see some things, some people threatening that he brought me to the US. He is not the one that brought me, that he brought me to Bamenda. He is not the one that brought me to Bamenda. The person that brought me to Bamenda was Dama himself. He was the one that brought me to Bamenda. He was the one that brought me. And everything he said that he was going to do, he in particular didn't do. I'm just taking time to say some things because I feel so sad. But as a matter of fact, for everyone that came to my aid to assist me, there was one officer there, I can't forget him. Trying to recall his name. Every time he sees me, he'll just say, calm down. Everything's going to be fine. You go back to your hometown. You go back to your country, so don't worry. I was just, wondering, how do I do this? How do I do this? I was just thinking of my flight that was going to be cancelled, and then I had to how do I even get to change this flight? I wasn't able to reach to my account. A friend of mine was like a brother to me, Barry, in the US. If I tell you the story of Barry, I told Alene about Barry. I told Alene that Barry put me in his house where he had there with his wife, his son, his daughter, his house help. 4 of them living in one room, yet he asked me to come and live there with him. In Lagos, by those years when we were coming up. I told Alene about it. Barry had to send me $100. Say, okay, See how you can do it. And I had to be able to, get the flight shifted, but yet hoping that I was going to be released as quickly as possible. But no, the case kept going on and on. There's still so much for me to talk about. And there's still so many people that I need to thank. Like I said, this is how I know that people just go to prison for what they did not do. And I say I feel so sad. I feel so sad in my spirit because of the fact that I was actually expecting to leave that place together with the executive producer, who is from Norway. It was the first time I was meeting him. This guy told me everything that he did for this movie, all the money he sent, almost $7,000 to the particular producer and director. And half of all the things, 90% of all the things he was told that would be done, nothing was done. Now I was released, yet he's still detained there. Why? I don't know. These are the kind of things that discourage people from investing in a country. Because truly, truth be told, you can't be bringing your money to do a project and you're suffering because of one man's negligence, because of one man's ignorance, because of one man's incompetence. I felt so bad the day I was leaving that he was still behind, because we planned that we were going to live together out of Bamenda down to Douala. Yeah. Because yet the project is not completed. And the guy is still there in detention for what he knows nothing about, for what he did not do. For just bringing money for something to be sponsored and it was not sponsored. If at all there was anybody that was supposed to be making arrangements of all that, it's the production house, Dama himself. Because the guy is as good as a stranger as I am, Frank. He's as good as a stranger as I am. I'm making this post to make at least the Cameroonian government understand something. Some of these things can shy away investors. Some of these things can shy away people who want to do business with Cameroonians in terms of filmmaking. Some of these things can make some actors not even think of coming to that side. If you tell them you're coming to Cameroon to film, they will say no. Because it's discouraging. It's discouraging, sincerely speaking. How can a young man who brought money for a project to be done to improve the economy of the country now be suffering because he brought money and trusted someone who is not diligent enough to do what he's supposed to do? And then he's there in detention. It makes no sense. Think about it. Can someone else now be willing to bring their money to come and invest to do a project like that? No matter how beautiful the country is, no matter how fine it is, but if there's such trouble, such injustice, what do you say then? It's so sad. It's so sad because I don't know which of my colleague in Nigeria now, after seeing all of these things that happened, that will be called to Cameroon to come and film, and he will agree to come. They will not. They will not agree. They will say, no, my colleague experienced some things there. I wouldn't want to go there again. And so many other people who are just innocent there with us. I said, there's a Black Night in Cameroon. Because it's something that should not happen. One can still allow peace to reign. So that, anyway, I said initially that these are the last days. Perilous times shall come. These are the perilous times, dangerous times. Devil is just going about seeking for whom to devour, seeking for whom to destroy. Makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. That some people are suffering innocently. Now I know how it is that somebody can go to prison for what he knows nothing about, for what he did not do. It's possible. Becomes a victim of another man's mistake, another man's stupidity. That's just what it is. And sincerely, I will plead with the Cameroonian government, the Bamenda administration, to please consider that man's case and every other person that is there. This is an act of mistake. We learn every day. We learn every day. At least America didn't become America in one day. We learn every day. We get perfected every day, such that we will be able to manage the situation, learn from it, and move on henceforth. If something happens to you once, it's a mistake. If it happens to you twice, it could be an oversight. Or rather, if something happens to you once, it's an oversight. If it happens to you twice, it's a mistake. But if it happens the third time, it has become a habit. I do believe that this will not happen again with the film industry in Cameroon, because if we don't address things judicially, in a justifiable manner, it will be discouraging the industry, the film industry in Cameroon. Even though someone did not do what he's supposed to do, which is the head of the production. He did not do what he's supposed to do. Nollywood today now is what it is because we're being supported. Anything we want from the police, from the government, they give it to us. They give it to us as long as we're telling a story, making the economy run. Investors come in, putting money. There are many people who are in Nollywood today that are not filmmakers. They just bring in their money and they put. This is what this guy did, Frank. Brought his money for film to be produced, but then he fell into the hand of the wrong person. I just feel so sad that this thing happened, because when I entered that town, I had entered with excitement. I entered with the fact that I was going to speak concerning the industry of Cameroon, the movie industry in Cameroon. There's nothing bad if a Cameroon movie industry becomes like Nigerian movie industry, where jobs are constantly, movies are constantly produced. This thing helps to take away boys from the street, girls from the street. Many of the actors and actresses you see today now, they would have become something terrible if they were not actors and actresses. At least that's an opportunity. Many of the skit makers today now, you see, maybe Satan would have channeled them into something terrible if they were not skit makers or actors or producers or filmmakers or anything in the entertainment industry. They say an idle mind is what? Is the devil's workshop. So, but when some person has something to do, his mind will be occupied with positive things. His mind will be occupied with the vision, with the passion that he has. And I see a lot of talents. I saw a lot of talents in that state, that Bamenda. I saw a lot of talents. So people who are willing to work, who are ready to deliver. But this kind of thing discourages people. It discourages visitors, outsiders. It discourages even the people themselves that are there. Because some of those kids now who fell victim of this thing now, they will say, please, I'm not doing film again, I beg. I'm not doing film. They'll just go and look for something else. Meanwhile, probably filmmaking is their calling. You don't know how many people they may raise, how many people they may train in the long run, in the future, to become big filmmakers. I was talking with Alene one time while I was still there. I told him, bro, this industry needs to grow. Say, yeah, they are coming up. He has made his mark already as an actor. And there are so many other ones that could be like him or even bigger than him. But what is required is who is willing to put his money there. And I hear some people saying, why did I have to go and shoot film in a volatile country? Why did I have to go and shoot film in a place where I know there is a war? How do I know? And even if I did know, who told you they don't shoot movies in a place where there is crisis? Who told you? Go and check some American films. They were shot in a crisis zone just to tell the story of that place. Not because they want to mock anybody, but it's just a way of trying to bring peace and unity. It's a way of trying to unite the people. It's a way of trying to make peace for the people. It's a way of trying to, make the country going, make that society going. But rather, it's different ball game for me. So I went to Bamenda. It's a different ball game. It's totally a different ball game. Go and watch that movie. There's a movie titled The Teacher. The Teacher. It was shot in a volatile community where there was trouble. And that movie was a big hit. And so I believe that Abakwa will also be a big hit if we will just allow these things to thrive. If we will just allow these things to thrive, it will be a big hit, a very big hit. Because the story touches on the ethics, on the things that are happening in the society that can be treated, that can be curbed. Drug addiction, child abuse, sex abuse, child trafficking, human parts trafficking, all of those things, this movie addressed it. These are things that happens in many societies all around the world. But somebody needs to talk about it, either verbally or with a movie representation, so that people can watch and learn and see the things that happened and how it can be stopped. People like and believe what they see more than what they just hear. So when they watch movies, they learn more, they understand more, they try to avoid such things happening in their life in real time. That's what we just came to do, to interpret a story. And then some people were offended. And it's not supposed to be so. It is not supposed to be so. But I thank God for everyone that came to my aid, especially all the ones that mentioned their names and so many other ones that I'll still mention by the time I'm making that post of Black Night in Cameroon. Even to see the kind of love I had for Cameroon, the things I wanted to take away with me when I'm going, like the Cameroon attire. I had one actress that came from Cameroon to Nigeria to one award like that. She came for an event. I met her. She's a fantastic actress, fantastic stand-up talk show personnel. I can't remember her name, but she's just so fantastic. If you ask my guy, my colleague Labista, he will tell you. The lady gave me a Cameroon attire, one of those, their hat and the traditional wear. I told her one day I'll come to Cameroon, I'll buy these things plenty. And I was looking forward to buying them, to buying that Cameroon attire, that colorful black stuff that is well designed with velvet. I was telling the production manager, I would like to get it. I would like to get for my wife, for my sons, and for myself. And I intend dressing in that way to an occasion to prove that I came to Cameroon. And I told him, look, I use Cameroon pepper a lot, and I would like to get some when I'm going so that I'll know I got it from the direct source. These were the things we were talking about and laughing. We're talking about it and we're laughing. You know, having fun, playing, shooting our movie. I told them I'm going to go with all this, make sure they get it for me. And then there was one tea they gave to me. They say it's fever tea or what? It tastes like lemon. I said, I like it. I want you to get it for me once I'm going. These are things I wanted to take away from the country, to enjoy it, to show that I went to Cameroon and I came back with these things. But now I left in a hurry with nothing. It is so sad. I don't feel happy about it. I don't feel happy about it. Such talent that came to Nigeria, if she was in Cameroon, if the Cameroon movie industry grew so well, I don't think she would be in Nigeria. I don't think she will be in Nigeria to come and hustle to get a job. Rather, if she's coming just the way I came. They will invite her to come and film with us. Just like sometimes we invite South Africans, we invite Ghanaians. Nigerian movie industry is what made Ghanaian movie industry popular. Because most Ghanaian movie stars started from Nigeria. Many of them, you didn't know that they were Ghanaians even until they went back to their countries and started filming. So we have the potentials of, pouring ourselves into another country. And that's the opportunity I had to come to do in Bamenda. But it was shattered. I felt so bad. The other day I was talking with one of my colleagues, one of the guys there, I was talking with them on set while we were just filming and playing. I said, we were talking about football. I said, the day I stopped watching football, the day I stopped, being so fanatic about football was the day Cameroon won Nigeria in National Stadium, Lagos. African Cup of Nations. Cameroon won Nigeria. I was so pissed off. I was so mad. To be honest with you, I cried that day in Lagos. After that match, they won with penalty. One of the African Cup of Nations. I cried. I was so pissed. I was bitter. Say, why would they come to our country and win us? For what? How? I was just very upset. But lo and behold, in the night of it, I saw in the news, the Super Eagles that lost the match, that came second, I saw them doing party. Everybody enjoying, pumping champagne. And I'm like, what? What is this? These people that I'm crying for, that they lost match, are just busy doing their party, and here I am, weeping, feeling so bad. I say, is that it? I say, no, never again will I cry because of football. Never again. This was many years ago. I said, never again. So that tells you there is a kind of bond, or rather, some things that I would say I have encountered, or rather have, with Cameroon or Cameroonians. Sincerely speaking, I'm not happy, and I'm still pleading. I'm still pleading to the judiciary. I'm still pleading to the executives, to the military, to the tribunal, to please have mercy on those guys, especially Frank, because this will discourage many investors who want to come into the industry and invest. This will be too bad for the Cameroon film industry, that a stranger, a visitor will come and bring his money to come and film, and he's suffering. Because, like, from what the guy said, he didn't grow up there. He was born there, but he said he left when he was 5 years old. That was what he told me when we were all there. And he said he just got into the town 2 weeks, 3 weeks, when the production started. But he has been communicating with the producer, Dama himself, all this while, sending him money after money after money. And when he came, virtually nothing was done. That is another problem again. When you come into contact with opportunities of someone that you need to invest, that wants to invest and trust you to handle things, you begin to mess up and do things not the right way. At least he will learn his lesson. He will at least make adjustment next time to know that opportunity, they say, comes but once. When it comes, don't be greedy. Don't use it wisely, so that you can, as a matter of fact, open doors for the next person, for other people. For the other people. Let this just serve as a lesson, because really there is nothing in this thing if not for the fact that negligence, pure negligence. I was talking with the commissioner of judiciary. He said this whole thing was as a result of negligence or ignorance. Just feeling like, oh, it doesn't matter. But it really does matter. So let this serve as a lesson. Let it serve as a lesson. Please, let it serve as a lesson. Let there be a second chance for these people. Let it serve as a lesson. I know lives have been lost, but which is not supposed to be. But let it serve as a lesson, because we learn every day. We learn every day. We learn every day in our mistakes, in our right doings. If we do something well now, we will learn how to do it much better again. If we do something wrong now, we will learn how to do it much better again. So we learn every day. We learn every day. Please, I plead on their behalf. If I was to stay there, I would have stayed to plead on their behalf. But I was just asked to leave quickly because my staying there could be endangering some things. And also, I would like to let others know, you know, when you're fighting for freedom, you can fight for freedom without having to kill. Because, you know, it is so sad that things happen and we may not really see the spiritual side of it, but these whole things are spiritual. Don't make yourself a tool for the devil to use in destroying someone else's life. Don't make yourself a tool, because Satan is looking for a tool. He's looking for somebody that will be his weapon. He does not have any weapon. He just uses human beings as his weapon. He uses human beings as his weapon of mass destruction. And it's only when you make yourself available to him, that's when he will use you. He will put things in your mind that you think those things are right, but they are not right. They are not right at all. They are not right at all. You can't be fighting for freedom and be killing your own person. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Look at the program we came to hold, the drug addiction campaign. That was my utmost, interest. That from Tuesday, we're going to hit the schools, at least 2 schools. We go and speak to them against drug addiction. None of that was done. Meanwhile, we know that most of this drug addiction thing starts from the schools. It's not just only in Cameroon. It happens here in Nigeria. It happens there even in the US. It happens in so many places. And it's so sad. The opportunity was there for us to do that, but it was cut short. I feel so bad, sincerely speaking. And I still feel so bad. I feel like I'm still there. I feel like I'm still there because of those people that are there in jail. I don't know. I don't know. Let there be a second chance for those ones, please. Please, let there be a second chance for them. Let there be a second chance. At least they will learn from this mistake and it will never repeat itself again. So that the movie industry in Cameroon can grow. So that people can be willing to come and invest. So that people can have jobs. See, there is no business like show business. Take it or leave it. Nigeria has grown so much with show business. It has provided food on billions of people's table. I know how many mouths I'm feeding. I know how many mouths I send money every day. I know how many people who call me just to receive something. That I travel abroad to and fro is not just because I go to do business. Even though they were gossiping, then I was selling okrika. I didn't care about it. I knew what that money I was getting was solving. Sincerely speaking, I'm pleading on their behalf. If they will hear me, I'm pleading, especially to the military judiciary. I don't know how they call it, the military tribunal boss. I'm pleading on his behalf, on their behalf. I'm pleading to him on their behalf. To the judicial commissioner, I'm pleading on his behalf. To the mayor, I'm pleading. To everyone that is in the justice system there. I know you have laws, but let's consider some things. Let's consider some things. There are some things you wave away so that you can create better opportunity and better atmosphere and better, learning process, progressive process. And I would like the Actors Guild of the Cameroon to really rise up to their aid, because this is going to tarnish the image of the industry against other countries. Someone else coming there to come and film Cameroon. Is that not the place they say that actor in Nigeria, Sylvester Madu, Shinorambo? Is that not where they say he went and he was almost killed? No, I'm not going there. But if we allow this lay low, if we allow this to at least be a lesson with a serious warning to those people, they will definitely learn their lesson. And especially for Frank, who has brought his money and invested, and he's suffering. It's not fair. It is not fair. But I just feel that some things are not supposed to be happening. If only we do the right thing. If only we do the right thing. So please, I still plead on their behalf. Because as I was leaving that day, I was not happy. We drove all through the night out of Bamenda. I was leaving that day, I was not happy. I was not happy at all. And lastly, I want to correct something for those who are threatening Alene. Alene did not bring me to Bamenda. I had no business with Alene coming to Bamenda. I had no business with him. I only stopped at his place to eat and go. That's all. I had no business with him. He's just an actor, just I am, just a movie star, just as I am. At least, anywhere you go, you can find out who is an actor that is there. You can just chat with. And he was so helpful in saying that at least this whole thing is sorted out well. So Alena did not bring me to Bamenda. He didn't even know that I was coming to Bamenda until I stopped by his place to eat. So please, let's tamper justice with mercy. Let's tamper justice with plenty and plenty and plenty of mercies. Please, I plead on their behalf. So while I'm saying this, I'd like you to watch out for Black Nights in Cameroon. Thank you, and I expect a positive result from the concerned authorities. And that will give me so much joy that I'll be glad that even if I didn't take those things that I wanted to take from Cameroon, those things I wanted to buy, the Cameroon pepper, the Cameroon attire, the tea, at least I'll be glad that the people that I started this thing with, they finished their project and they are out in peace and happy. Because it's not easy to invest in a movie. Filmmaking is one big business that if you do it right, at least it will open doors for more people to receive something. Let's not let it die in Cameroon, in Bamenda. Let's not let it die, please. I pray that you share this, my post. Let it go viral. Let it go viral so that let it get to the ears of those people who are in authority to tamper justice with a lot of mercy. Please. Thank you very much. And I'll tell you again, watch out for Black Night in Cameroon. It's really nothing but just, to say more individually, stage by stage of my movements and all of that, especially my going out of Bamenda. Really nothing more. So don't expect one big, no, it's not an action film, it's just a documentary. So please, thank you guys. I appreciate you all. All thanks goes to God Almighty, who has made it possible for me to be alive today. And I say also thank you once again to Alene Menget. Thank you very much to Barry. And imagine, I was supposed to see Barry's mother. And I was looking forward to seeing Barry's mother. She was going to bring food for me, even while we were on set. Barry wanted me to go to his mother's place and see her, but I couldn't. It is so sad. It is so sad. It is so sad that it happened that way. I just came to feel free. I came to feel free. I came to feel free. There was no need for the shooting. There was no need for the fighting. Because even, I believe, some of those people who did this thing, they like me. They watch my movie. They know I'm not a bad guy. It's just an action. It's just a movie. They know I'm not against them. I'm not against anyone. I didn't come for campaign against anything. I didn't come to say freedom. I didn't come for that. I just came to shoot a movie and talk to the young ones against drug addiction. That is all. Meet and greet the people who are sponsors of the film. That is all. So it's not something that should cause this kind of thing that will require people's life to be lost. It is sad. And I'm so pained. I'm so pained that it has to end this way. It is sad. Very, very sad. I was leaving, my heart was heavy because I knew there were some people still behind that could go to prison for what they did not do, for what they know nothing about. It is sad. Look at me, I'm still looking bushy because I haven't been able to even find time or strength to clean up. I just managed to have my bath yesterday as I came. I slept all through. Came out again today, had to fly down for a convention that I had in Port Harcourt. Then I went back again. So it's, please, you should tamper justice with mercy. They should. You should tamper justice with mercy. Filmmaking is something that should be encouraged. It should be encouraged because it's big business. Hollywood today is what it is because it encouraged filmmaking. It encouraged entertainment. Let's encourage it even in Cameroon, even in Bamenda, even in that red zone that they talked about. Say we shouldn't have gone there. Let's encourage it because there are so many people there who have talents. These days, it is so easy. Your phone can do something and post. Before you know it, you hit millions of views and it's money for you. So let's not discourage these young ones because that notion now is what I don't want them to have. When they came to shoot film here, they fight to, they shoot to, and then somebody, I don't want to be a filmmaker. I don't want to. No, it's a big opportunity for young ones, upcoming ones. So let's not discourage it. Please, let's tamper justice with mercy, especially for the one who is investing. Please, please. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys in Black Night in Bamenda, Cameroon. God bless you.